Hey there everyone, this is NoDM coming at you with another Digi-Deck profile on my Diaboromon deck. But before I even talk about that, I want to remind y'all about my contest here. So for those who don't know, I'm running a giveaway contest for these two starter decks without the booster packs. They don't have booster packs, just for full disclosure. I'm giving these away once I reach 100 subscribers, and I'm going to pull a name from whoever subscribed, and that person will win the decks. And then all you have to do is go to that video I have on my Attack on Target number 3. It's linked in my description box. You can like it, sub, and comment what's your favorite Digimon and why in that video's comment section. That's all you have to do to enter. And then you'll win the starter decks if I draw your name. That's it. Alright, cuckoo. So I'll put these aside here. And then we can go into the Digi-Deck profile. Alright, so this is my black deck. Alright, let's go with the babies here. So I run one Kapurimon. Inheritable is if the Digimon has reboot, it gets 1,000. And then 4 Tisumon. But if you have another Digimon out with the same name, he gets 2,000 power. That's all he does. It's good with the tokens because, you know, you bring out Diaboromon and same name. Yep. Next is rookies. 4 blocker Gatsumon. Just blockers. Pretty cool. 4 Toyagumon. He gives you reboot inheritable effect. So he's a staple. You need him in. 2 Hangurumon. The cheap 2-drop. 1 Chumon. Your opponent is not allowed to gain memory if it's on the field except with tamer effects. And then 3 Kiramon. If you play a Digimon with the same name inheritable, you draw a card, so that's good for the token thing when you play tokens. And then champions are next. I run 4 Greymon. Greymon gives you jamming if you have reboot as an inheritable. 2 Guardromon blockers. He's a strong blocker, but you can't attack with him. 3 Numemon because he's cheap. And then 3 of the Kurisarimon. Its effect, its inheritable is you can gain a memory if you play a Digimon with the same name. So similar to the Kiramon, except instead of drawing, you gain memory. Now I run a couple ultimates here. I run 2 Andromon blockers. He's pretty good for being a blocker. I run 1 Inframon. His effect is if you Digivolve into Diaboromon, you can reduce the cost by 1. I only run 1 because he's not super amazing, so 1 is good. Then 4 of the Metal Greymon effect. If you have reboot, you get +1 security. So that's pretty good. He's a staple in black deck right now. I think he still is later on. Then 2 of the Mega Dramon. He's just a strong ultimate attack. He's 9k. Then I run the big boy 4 of the Diaboromon. Effect, when you attack, you can play a token. And then when he's destroyed in battle, you can destroy a token instead to keep him alive. So he's pretty okay so far. I mean, he'll be really good once set 5 drops, but right now he's just kind of okay because there's not enough support for black overall right now. My friend was playing this deck at Digi-Locals, so it's like we know it's kind of not the best right now. I've run 1 War Greymon. I have more, but they're in the collection, so I'm only running 1 right now until I can get more later from my deck. But right now I run 1. And I run the Machine Dramon just to help out a bit because he's basically like War Greymon if you get the lineup to get reboot. Like if you got the Toyagumon in there, he's basically like this War Greymon. And then the on-play is not that bad either. When you on-play him, you can Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon by 2. So that's pretty cool. And then 2 Andromon. Hi Andromon, I mean. He's just a cheap drop. I mean not cheap drop, cheap Digivolve. And then 1 Millenniumon. So that's pretty good. Those are my megas. Millenniumon's awesome. When Digivolve, you can bounce a Digimon to the bottom, one of your opponent's Digimon, and then when he's destroyed with evolutions underneath, he can bring him back to life without paying the cost. So Millenniumon's good. You can't Digivolve. I'll show you real quick. Yeah, here he is. You can't do this, unfortunately. So that's a no-no because Diaboromon's a white card. So that's why it's only the 1 of. It's not full. It can't really work unless it's pure black. Then I run 2 tie. Pretty good. Put your memory at 3, and then all your black Digimon during your opponent's turn get 1,000, so it makes your blocker stronger. So that's pretty good. One, looking back on the good times, you can de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, and then if the play cost is, let me be clear here, 4 or less, you can delete the Digimon. So that's pretty good. Well, I only run the 1-up because I'd rather run 3 Spider Shooter. It's the same thing as looking back in the good times, except it doesn't delete if the Digimon has 4 or less, you know. It's just, the 3 is nice. That's why I like running it, the cost 3. That's a good number. So I don't mind not killing it, I guess. So that's just me personally. You can run more of this if you want. Like, this is just a personal preference. Alright, and then that's the deck. So that's my black deck. It's not super amazing. I can show you a couple, like, what ideally you want to see. Like, it's a very strict lineup. Like, you really just want that to go into Diaboromon. So you'd want that. And then Kapurimon. I mean, it could be Suimon too if you want. Then Toyagumon, Greymon, Metal Greymon, and then either of these is fine for this particular lineup. So it's like, black also has, like, you need a specific lineup to make it work. Like, this lineup makes Machine Dramon exactly like War Greymon because it gives him reboot. So, like, he's basically like War Greymon because he can come back up. And then War Greymon just gets an extra security and jamming with that. And then the High Andromon's just nice if you want to go fast into Millenniummon. I mean, you can do it with either of these, but High Andromon's like the quickest way. So yeah, that's the deck. It's pretty straightforward. It's just the only problem is it's really slow and the support is not there for it yet. Like 1.5 is where black will become way more consistent and Craniummon will come out, and I want to make that deck so bad. So, but I'm playing with this, and it's just fun. It's still fun. It's just not competitive, really. I don't think it can get up there, honestly. But yeah, it's just a fun deck for me, and that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and to also enter my contest if you want to win these starter decks. I will show you again. Starter decks. Got them for you. All right.